Welcome everybody, here's your Strategy Wolf, and welcome back to Pentiment. Welcome back here in Chapter 3 with Margarete in Tassing, and we're back here and trying to find a little bit more about the history of the town, so we can paint the mural of the church, of the Rathaus, of course. And to do so, we just found already, we got the book from the Bauers, the Historia Tassing. We wanted to check out these old salt mines in the forest, but before we also want to just quickly check out the entirety of the town. It's what we were up to, and maybe find Black Till's grandfather. That's always some time in between my recordings, so I had to look it up myself quickly. I'm going to go to the journal. Shit down, yeah, I will learn something that we have to read it also. They're doing the frog stuff, and then here we have the overview that said... Oh my god, the journal is always a bit problematic. Black Till's grandfather read a lot about Tassing's history. Maybe he's made it a family tradition, so we should find Black Till, I guess. To be honest, I lost a little bit the overview who's who in the town over the different years, so I'm just gonna talk to a lot of people and check it out. Magdalene, darling. And by the way, of course, if you guys here and you enjoy Pentiment, let me know down in the comments, because it's not too many people on the comments, so I'm always happy to see somebody telling me that you're actually here watching, because we're gonna finish nevertheless. And if you do, then of course leave me a like and subscription so you wouldn't miss out next episodes and you help out the little channel a bit. Thank you so much for your support, and then yeah, let's get back here to our star Margarete. Magdalene, oh my god. Good morning, Gret. It smells heavenly in here. Oh, haha. I've just finished rolling out some raisin bread. I thought that Andreas and Ulrike could use a treat today. Any special occasion? Oh, not really. I didn't want the raisins to go to waste. Besides, I like to drop in on Anna and see my grandchildren. Oh yeah. I'm more blessed than I've ever imagined I would be. Paul and Anna make such a lovely pair. She's happy, that's good to see. Ulrich wouldn't believe his eyes if he saw us now. I wish he could see his grandchildren. Quick, like a side note from my side, the raisin bread, and like raisins were quite expensive back in the day. So of course she doesn't want to go to waste. I mean, they have to travel from probably the Mediterranean to the area, right? So it takes some time and transport, so yeah. Or not really, maybe there's grapes in Germany as well, but still. It's more expensive, and there were draconic measures for bakers actually in the cities that partially substituted them with like dead old flies that were candied and sugar, because way cheaper. And in Munich there was like a place where they punishment where they kind of medieval waterboarded bakers that were trying to cut on like costs or like use cheap ingredients like these candied flies. So yeah, raisin bread, something quite valuable I think at these days. Back to this one. The man that killed your husband, who was... Oh, Ulrich. Ulrich was Paul and Anna, right? And Paul is the daughter. Ulrich was shot by the windmill by Lennart, right? Is this what I'm bringing together? Ooh. This is a little bit rough of a comment here. I'm sure he's rejoicing with all the saints in heaven, Gret. I do hope so. He was never much for emotional displays, but I still remember his joy when Anna was born. You know, I was angry whom Anna first took a liking to young Paul. He was always a quiet boy, but I was afraid he'd turn out like his father. Well, I needn't have worried. Paul is a good man and a good father. He's built his town back up from what it was. It's good to see Else so social now too. She's come out of her shell. Yes, she's been asking me for recommendations for the ladies' reading circle. That's good, yeah. How wonderful. You are the one to ask for such a list. I would join her group myself, but I'm just too busy with the bakery myself. But I don't mind that. It keeps me busy and I get to see everyone in town when I deliver to them. I've been chatting too long. My toes need tending. Please excuse me, Magdalene. Of course, Gret. Until later. Okay, nice information over here. Just getting an overview. Didn't fully anticipate. Now it makes sense. Paul is the son, yeah. The one that Andreas taught or inspired to go a bit, yeah, artsy. That's with Steinhaus. Agnes Steiner. Oh, she aged definitely. Good morning, Magdalene. Brisk weather today, isn't it? And still Kraft is out there working with Father Thomas to clear the church. I worry about that boy sometimes. He works his stone, but I'm not always sure he was in mindset on it. Don't need to like provoke everybody or like be so stingy, I guess, or sassy. Masonry is a good trade. Everyone needs a stonemason now and then to repair things. What they do. Lucky always harped on about how being honest. Lucky always harped on how being honest and trustworthy is the most valuable currency. How in this life hard work and reputation matter the most. Kraft has taken that to heart, I think. He does a lot of good for the town. I've offered to find an apprenticeship for him, but he won't make his damn mind up. He deserves a chance at the life he wants. He's lived in his father's shadow for too long. He's a good man, Agnes. You should be proud. Thank you, Magdalene. I've done my best for my household despite what's happened in the past few decades. Ah well, you didn't come here to hear me ramble on about my family. What can I do for you? I thought you might have some additional remedies for my father. Awareness not enough? I understand Klaus' condition is dire, but I thought Werner would be able to provide something. I know I won't save him, but I still want to try everything I can. Every little bit helps him. I understand. Let me see what I can whip up. I can't promise anything, but God willing, I pray it sometimes provides small help. Thank you, Agnes. Of course, Magdalene. Take care. What is she whipping up now? What's up with Cuff? Hey, Magdalene. At least they're not calling me Max again. That's our own house, yeah. We wanted to, well, I think we want to go back to the part of the back, right? God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, Father Thomas. Ooh, no, we're not telling him. Any luck finding the tabernacle key? Alas, no, it remains out of reach. I'm sure it will turn up eventually, Father. Yes. As the Lord sees fit, in the meantime I shall keep looking. Knock and the door will be open after all. God bless you, Magdalene. Yeah, I think the frog situation is kind of funny with Apollo and Artemis. It's to our liking, I think. I wonder if this labyrinth here with the... is ever going to play a bigger role. But I mean, this is the beauty about this game, that not everything that is happening somewhere necessarily like contributes to the plot or something. At least that's how I perceive it. More that... just contributes like for a living and vivid world. Oh. Good day, Mistress Brookerin. Yeah, I don't want to go back already to the paint, right? Since I don't know if I can. No. Just the overview here, but I will be there soon. For the moment, let's just keep on exploring and... Stolz, yeah. Werner Stolz, maybe he can... Hello, Magdalene. How are you? Well enough, considering the circumstances. I'm glad to hear it. You're being admirably level-headed, giving your challenges. For what it's worth, though, Klaus and I haven't always seen eye to eye. I've always respected him. Dad respects you as well. Thank you for saying so. Over the years, I've grown to find his stubbornness admirable. It's a quality you share, evidenced in your work and moral. I know you wish it wasn't me. What I wish doesn't matter. God evidently had other plans. All the same, the council does not want to regret their lenience. I will make Tassin proud. That remains to be seen. Go on then, have patience to attend to. Until later. Okay, nothing big in here with Stolz. Then let's see if Baltas is... Whose was the Black Till? Diesen Verkaufs... Gnazia? Okay. Who's Gnazia? What a... Magdalene, Magdalene! Yes? The cinnamon just arrived for the beer. You're making beer? Well, yes. The copper pots you helped me pipe are part of the process. Okay. Oh, it's for the Christmas celebration. Already? We're barely into November. The wheel of time stops for no man, but it's going to be wonderful. Cinnamon, coffee from Ethiopia, cacao from the New World. Jesu Christo, accia danaro face tutto. Jesus Christ, he who has the money can do everything. Problem? Of course not, it's your money. Anyway, I'm quite excited about it. Clearly. As such, alchemy is not normally my strong suit. And for all of Gnazio's complaints about the cost, the base rye we're using is free. Really? Yes. The farmers had so much rye this year, they just couldn't use it all. Gret made as much bread with it as she could, but she wound up of having to throw a lot out. So why not make beer? Not vaguely. Thank you. Do you know Tassing's salt mine? I need to find a way in. Any chance you could help me? Ah, yeah, I wanted to get a rope. To get into the salt mine, yes. You must be on quite the adventure. Ideally, we could rig up a double pulley system to lower and raise yourself in the shaft. But that might take a while. Well, I'd like to go in today if possible. Of course, of course. Would a good length of a rope suffice? You could brace against the wall of the mine shaft. Are you strong enough to support your own weight? Against the wall? I think so. Excellent. I like Balthasar. Thank you, Balthas. Oh, of course. Here you go. Do be careful, though. Make sure the ropes are secure. I will. Until later. Good luck, Magdalene. Let's see, find out quickly who Gnazio is. Ciao, Magdalene. Just the Italian Casanova here, or is he? I think he's... Is he Italian? At least I pronounced his words Italianic, let's say. Okay, nothing here in this area, then let's quickly maneuver around a bit. Okay, what's the next step? Reading? Or the salt mine? We went to the bakery. Okay, let's check quickly. We talked to Rezi, we talked to Endes. Who was the Black Till? That's the remaining question. We talked to Ötz. Oh, hey Max. He's our flirt, right? Got your way with the moral, huh? I didn't expect you to convince the council like that. You think that little of me? No, I'm impressed. The rest of the council has been arguing over the matters for so long, even I could get a word in. Then you come in and shut them up in a few minutes. We could use more women like you in the town. What do you mean by that, Ertz? Well, you know, you're headstrong and willing to give your opinion. And damn what anyone else thinks. Who was Agnes again? Ah, just talked her, right? Clearly you've forgotten about Agnes. She doesn't suffer fools gladly. That's not what I meant. She's not... Oh, never mind. Forget about it. Anyway, standing up to the council like that was great. I know I'm on the council, but sometimes it doesn't seem like I have any influence. Actually, he seems insecure about his place in the council, okay. He may be an ass sometimes, but I don't like to see him so upset. Maybe I should reassure him. You do though. You vouched for me to do the mural in the first place. Only after your dad did. I still feel bad about that. I should have stuck up for you. Being the youngest one on the council has been harder than I thought. I know Balthas and Werner don't think I'm capable, and even Paul has warned me about being too rushed. My dad died trying to make a difference in this town. And I'm trying to do is carry on his legacy, but it seems like the others won't make room for any change. Oh. You sound like my dad. He always said that the council was scared of doing anything important. Ha, your dad is right. They're all so old and cowardly. I guess they just want to live in peace, but I want to do something more. I want to make a difference, like my dad did. Ah, well, better get back to it. See you later, Max. Yeah, I think it was not bad. Black Till, there we are. Okay, Black Mr. Kreutzer. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, Till. Do you have a moment? Of course, what do you need? Ed says you've been obsessed with your painting. Ed is just jealous that I spend more time with the mural than I do with him. He's fond of you, can't blame the boy. Anyway, what was you wanted to know? Okay, he's a little bit his father actually. I'm looking into... No, it's not. I'm looking into the early history of Tassing for the first part of the mural. Mother Illuminata said your grandfather read about the history of the town. Ah, fertile fields that is. Seemed like old potsherds and Latin trivia we all here talked about. And of Granddad's reading came from the Abbey's library though, and you know what happened there. Poof! Up in smoke. So you don't have any of his old books? Only a few. Granddad tried to buy some one day. Abbey fell on hard times, but they were too expensive. But I can show you something better than books. Anything would help. Right, so we don't have any books on the old pagans, but we do have their stuff. Shards of ceramic pots and animals, bricks from what looks to be an old forge, mountains of salt. Even found a little bear carved from ember. Where do you find all this stuff? It's not just me, Carl finds things. Fabian too. Any farmer would tell you the same. It's all out there in the fields under the dirt. Can't go one season without turning up something. Where are you keeping these things? Nowhere. We just toss them into piles with the rest of the rocks and root clumps. Sure, it's interesting, but we can't do much of anything with the stuff except look at it. What do you think it all means? I don't follow. What do you think they were like? I guess I really never thought about it. They seem like regular people. Their remains all look like ours. Tools and weapons are rougher, but not badly made. The little cave carvings and ceramic critters aren't so different from the things Eva made for us. By the way, talking about the remains, like in archaeology is sometimes really impressive when you see old things, and that some things haven't really changed. It's true, like hammers are kind of in the best shape already. Their shape really didn't change significantly since 3,000, 4,000 years because we optimized them so early as humankind. So kind of interesting that he thinks the same here already a couple of centuries before. I suppose I expected them to be more strange. Because they weren't Christians? No doubt they were coarse, but they don't seem especially violent. Not like the church says. Not so different from today, really. Earlier you mentioned something about salt. Did the pagans start the mine? Had to have, I'd say. Most people think it was a Roman project, but I think the Romans just dug out what was already there. That's why Tassing was so important to the Romans in the first place. Salt. I'd always wondered why they're settled in such a small alpine town. Do you think there's anything left of the pagans down there? I don't know, but anything they left would have to be better preserved than what we dig out of the fields. Magdalene, tell me you aren't thinking of going down there. Why do I have to hide that? No, I don't have to lie. What if there's stuff that could help me with the mural? Magdalene! That mine is hundreds of years old. We could break your neck just getting in there. Where do you affect the road? Orphos made it back from the underworld, didn't he? I'll be fine. Maybe so, but he mocked the gods and failed his quest, Magdalene. Don't take him as an example. Imagine how your dad would feel if you get hurt. Ah, the fun making wasn't bad. But I have a heck-like background. Then help me get down safely and he won't have to worry. You're bullheaded, just like your mother. And your father. Probably couldn't keep you out of there if I tried. Please still. Alright, alright. Don't you know how to get down there myself, but I know those twins have gotten in a time or two. No doubt they have a trick. And Balthus might not be the most reliable man, but I don't doubt he could rig something up for you too. Thank you, Till. Don't mention it. I'm serious, don't. This has been big help. Glad to spread some knowledge around the importance for folks to know their past. You think all this pagan stuff will make it in the mural? I can bring some of the things the boys and I have found over to Rados tomorrow if that helps at all. Yeah, sure. That would be great. I'm glad you're taking an interest in Magdalene. I thought no one cared about the pagans but me and Granddad. I should warn you, if you had to do anything in the forest, keep an eye out for the Lord's men. Oh, they're strict, worse now than they used to be. I'll be careful. Until tomorrow. Until then. Okay, interesting. What's Eva have to say? Hello, Eva. Magdalene, darling, Ötz isn't here, I'm afraid. Oh, that's alright. I can find him later if I need to. I think he wandered off towards the Rathaus. Something about the council, but if you ask me, I think he's looking for you. That's sweet of him. He has been dropping by the Rathaus more often as of late. He's quite fond of you. I'm surprised he has any time to visit though. He's always working on town council business these days, and he's still working at Master in Carpentry too. I suggested a few years ago that he'd take up an apprenticeship, but he was determined to remain in Tussin. I think he's more comfortable here, even if that means he'll never be the craftsman Otto was. I'll help him how I can, but there's only so much I know about how to do. Besides, I think he feels like he's taking care of me instead of the other way around. Funny how time does that. I would jump at the chance to leave Tussing if it didn't mean Dad would be left alone. I imagine Ötz felt the same. Oh, I wouldn't have been alone. I have Mom and Jörg and all the rest of the family to help take care of. Besides, they keep me busy. I never want for anything with Ötz and the community here in Tussing. I miss my husband, but I'm proud of Ötz. He's growing into a capable young man. I'm excited to see him grow into husband and father. He'll make a wonderful partner. Whoever he marries will be a lucky woman. It's about that time to start finding a match too. It's wonderful that God blessed Andres with a wife at last, but I'd rather not have Ötz in his position. Better to marry earlier while he can raise a family. Anyway, I'm sure you have things to do. I'll let you get back to them. Always good to see you, Magda. You too, Eva. Right. Christina, something to mention? Hi, Magda. Hello, Christina. What are you doing today? Helping Mom. Ötz is right. You're really pretty. Oh, thank you, Christina. You're really pretty too. Hehe. Thank you. Don't tell it. It's a secret. I definitely won't. Haha. You're funny, Magda. Yes. Alright, some news on this front over here. So, it's... I don't know what about... He seems to be kind of nice, but also a little bit... yeah, I think I'm not... my Magda is not necessarily fond of the needle. I think she doesn't hate him or anything. But that we're starting a relationship, or we talked to these ladies before. Relationship or anything, I doubt it. I think I'm more interested in the idea of going to Prague with Esther and finding a master printer over there. Or being completely independent of man. Yeah, what's next, to be honest? I mean, we're running out a little bit to the end of this very episode, but I think we're going actually into the forest. We have basically just the reading to do, and we want to go in the salt mine. So, Apollo here, right? What's up? Still looking for frogs. Yeah, I think the salt mine is there. Let's have a quick look to the Shrine of Seisha. If there's anything else, just Artemis here, just searching for frogs too. Indeed, then we could talk to them about how to get in, but we have the rope now, right? We have anything about the water, so yeah, I know you guys, and it's probably I'm hitting these things so often. Oh, it's so beautiful. I guess then this is our next move in this story, that we're going down, right? Yeah. Well, this gave me this rope to climb down, but it might take a while. Should I go now? Let's do it. Off to the dark, off to the ancient remains here of this old salt mine. Let's see what we can find out. What secrets or history of Tussing it will reveal to us that we can paint it a mural. Yeah, make a good knot over here. Maybe it should have been wise to like bring a torch or something. I feel like it's going to be a bit dark down there. Magda. But okay, we are very bold. And there we go. Somehow there's light down here. And an old lamp. But I doubt we can reactivate this. Impressive performance, Magda. And here we are. Ready to explore the mine. But I will do this in the next episode, since this is an excellent cliffhanger over here. And an excellent... How handy, who? That comes in handy indeed. So, torch problem solved. And yeah, that's going to be it for this very episode. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments as always, and I will continue with it. When this one is airing, I'm not yet on a holiday, but in the weeks after I'll have some kind of... I can't promise you yet how the program is going to be. Maybe it will be limited depending on how much I can pre-produce or not. Anyhow, there will be some episodes for you left, so you can absolutely lean back and wait for them to release and enjoy them if you do. And then hopefully leave me a little comment down in the description, leave me a like if you like them, and of course if you haven't yet and you don't want to miss out on future episodes, it would be fantastic if you leave me also a subscription. Thank you for this, and then mostly see you in the next episode when we continue our story with Magdalene. Oh god. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye. Your Strategy Wolf.